I know you as an author and a trainer and an advisor for couples. And today, can you share with us what has been the biggest challenge that couples come to you for help?
The biggest thing I hear couples talk about is hearing each other. So an inability to really hear what's at the heart of what your partner is saying is what I hear a lot from couples.
And how do you help them?
So I help them name the patterns that are keeping themselves from being heard. And one of the most basic and simple things I do is I help them slow down. So instead of a talking stick, I have them use a talking pillow. And one person holds the pillow and expresses what they want to express. And then I have the other partner feedback not the details of the content as the important thing, but the sense of what their partner is feeling emotionally and what they're needing at the core, trust or love or affection or empathy, one of those basic universal needs.
And I guess you find it effective, or they find it effective.
No, it's so incredible to see couples kind of get the difference there and then feel an incredible amount of relief.
Is there an example you could share with us?
A big example that comes up is when there's been hurt over an event and the couples are trying to work out the hurt, but they get stuck arguing about what actually happened because they have very different memories. And so there's a lot of interpretation of each other's behavior at that event that confuses the recording of the event mentally, but there's also just different memories. So what I really help couples do is to let go of the different memories and just focus on what each other was needing in that painful moment. And that just really creates an incredible amount of ease. Just my memory is it happened this way, and regardless of my memory, in that moment I was hurting because I was needing more consideration or attention, whatever the need was in the moment. And then the other partner can just kind of reflect that back. Okay, so in that moment, regardless of how we're remembering it, you were really hurting. You were needing to know that I was with you and that I was considering you as we were doing what we were doing. And then there's often just a relief and a relaxation around that. And I think the biggest thing there is that ability for the receiving partner to let go of being the bad partner. And of course that helps a lot when the speaker can just name their need rather than their interpretation. Like, you were ignoring me, you were being disrespectful, is very hard to hear. But when they can come back to, I was feeling really hurt and sad because I was wanting to know that you were with me. There's a very, very distinct difference there in being able to hear and receive that.
And then what typically happens?
Then there can be kind of a relaxation around the heart and a receiving of each other. And hopefully as that connection and that melting of hearts happens, then they can say, okay, well, next time what I can do is this. And then they pick a very specific action. So when we're at a party together, I'm really happy to just come check in with you and say hi so that we know we're together. But when couples skip the connection part around what each other was needing and clarifying that neither is blaming the other for the hurt that happened, when they skip that step, then they tend to move to making demands of each other around future similar situations. So it might actually be the very same request. Would you be willing to check in with me partway through the party next time we go to a party? But when that connection is missed, then the other partner hears a demand, and there's resistance, and there's no healing or movement that can happen there in that situation.
Well, and I know you offer lots of tips and information. So if people want to find out more, LaShelle?
Yeah, I have an archive of some 400 articles on my website, and I have a couples workbook as well as a book that's a chapter book based on the articles I've written over the years.